welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm going to show you something a little bit different. I am currently in Canva right now, and if you have never used Canva before, it's actually pretty simple. I'm already working on a thumbnail right now, and if you don't already know, you just click create design and you go YouTube thumbnail. I'm not going to click on that right now because I already have it open. And the biggest tip I'm going to give you guys right now is if you go into File, Settings, Show Rulers and Guides, you now get this tab that shows the different rulers, and you can grid out your thumbnail any way you like. But the tip that I'm going to show you guys today is if you go and you take this top grid here, actually typically you want this gone first. You take this top grid here, and the number you're looking for is 500. You get right at 500, and then you take this other side here and you want to take it to, depending on the length of your video, if your video is over an hour, which mine typically are, then you want it to be at about 720. If your video is less than an hour, then you typically put it at about 820. And the main reason I'm showing you this is that once you have this gridded out, what this is indicating is this is where your watch time watermark shows up. So if your video is over an hour, your watch time watermark will go 1 hour, 0, 0, so on and so forth. And this is where it will show up. And if it is under an hour, then at 820 it will show up here because there's no extra number here. It's just 4 zeros. Say 54 minutes like mine is, it'll show up right there. And this is how you basically map out where the total length of your video is going to show up, that little watermark for the length of your video. Once I have it uploaded, I do not have to worry about that ever being in the way. I'll use this as a prime example right now. I am currently working on a video for Dino Crisis. So in this particular situation, I would take this title that I use here, and I would set it up to be just either right on the line, because I like it to be basically right above the watch time, or just a little bit beyond that. And then here's where preference comes in. If your video is, like if my video is 720 because it's a over 1 hour video, I tend to keep this. And then if I want it to be as long as the watch time, then I'd typically just keep it in this border, but over this line. If I want it to be a little bigger yet, and I'm not too worried about it basically matching the watch time, then I'd put it a little bigger than that. And I'd still typically hold it in there. And then from there, I would just edit the title the way I want, because I always put the title here above the watch time. That is just my trademark. Maybe I'll just pull up a thumbnail that I have made. So if I pull this example of the episode 1 version of Code Veronica that I made, and I set this as the background, you'll notice that I'm still using the same ruling, that I have it set directly at 720 by 500, and my main title is right on the line, so it's always right above the watch time but never actually in the way. But I'm still following that same ruling that my title is always on top of the watch time itself. I wish I could show an example of that, because it is a little bit different on desktop than it would on mobile. But if you were to look up the exact same video on mobile, you would see that it's sitting right on the watch time itself. It's a little bit, the watch time shows up smaller on desktop, so I can't really make an example of that, but I think you get the general idea. I hope this works as a good basis for you, so you don't have to worry about the watch time watermark anymore. you can focus on the thumbnail without ever worrying about it clipping or cutting in the way of your videos. It took me a great deal of time to trial and error and figure out exactly what are the perfect numbers for whether you're on desktop, TV, or on mobile. So I hope this really helps other people, other creators like myself. That's the main reason of this video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and like, comment, subscribe to keep in touch with my next video. Until then, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.